What the bloody hell happened back there?
Total fiasco.
I mean...
public humiliation.
Bad luck. Extreme bad luck.
Oh, it's not that. It was more than that.
How do you mean?
I mean, I could see it on the faces when we walked in.
See what?
Glee. The smug satisfaction that they knew they'd won.
You're not suggesting that...
Yes. We were set up.
How could they have known?
They couldn't. Unless they had a rat.
Blackburn. They've gone too far this time. We lent them our equipment. Aye. And this is how they repay us.
Are we rushing to conclusions here? It could just be coincidence.
In all my years in film, there's no such thing as coincidence.
He's right. Perhaps we shouldn't rush to conclusions. An investigation. We have to follow due process.
What, you mean convene an extraordinary general meeting?
No. Form a subcommittee.
No. Let's sit down and go through all the facts. The evidence.
Evidence? That's a strong word.
And if we find any evidence of wrongdoing?
Expulsion. They'll never make a film again in this county.
Why would anyone betray us?
Ambition. Blind bloody ambition.
Let's go through the facts first before we get carried away.
Perhaps we've overlooked something.
Oh, aye, we've overlooked something, all right. Trusting one of our members. Let's get on with it.
Hey, shouldn't we wait for Reg and Steve?
They'll be here in a minute.
We should make a start. My missus will give me hell if we get back too late.
All right.
Right. I convene a special meeting to discuss tonight's humiliating defeat at Blackburn.
Oh, hold on. Shall I make some tea?
All those in favour?
Aye.
Carried. I'd like to take you back to the selection meeting last Thursday.
Hold on. Biscuits?
Oh. Attended by all present, Steve and Reg.
The first problem we need to resolve is our film selection.
How did we come to choose a 15-minute film about the local hunt when the guest judge was the regional director of the RSPCA?
Know about the judge until tonight.
Hey, look, it's no use just blaming my film, is it? Anyway, what about your film? Which just so happened to have a rather realistic scene of a parrot being tortured.
CGI! Well, most of it.
Details of the vote, please.
Thrill of the Chase received 3 votes. Talk, Parrot Talk received 4.
Right. Who voted for Thrill of the Chase?
Didn't you vote for it?
No, I did not.
Yes, I thought you did too. You, Mr. Treasurer, and Steve.
I did no such thing.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Must have been Reg then.
Talk, parrot, talk. What the hell were you thinking when you made that?
It's one of my best. The bird was not harmed.
What? Even that bit where you rammed a cigar in his mouth?
It's a game we play. He loves it. Hey, you can't pin this one on me. All I did was make a film about a parrot who appears to be tortured. Now, what's wrong with that?
Good taste?
It's a comedy.
Bad taste?
Look, I get hundreds of webs hits a week for that cigar scene. Polly's immortalised on film. It even gets fan mail.
Nobody's pointing the finger. There are more important things to discuss.
Thank you. You can look elsewhere for your mole.
Right, wasn't it?
Rat, mould, can we please keep animals out of this? It causes us enough trouble already.
I'll second that.
Right. Who voted for Talk Parrot Talk?
It made me laugh.
Oh yes. The director of the RSPCA found it bloody hysterical.
So, presumably, it was Reg or Steve that was the fourth vote. That's assuming that you didn't vote for it.
So, both films were voted for by Reg or Steve and Mr. Secretary.
Your point?
I am merely stating the facts. Your long service to the club is beyond question. Now, let's move on to the competition itself.
Oh, this is going to be painful.
I arrived with the films, or what I thought were the films.
We looked like proper Charlies, didn't we, when we put a first film on? And up pops the sound of music.
At least there would have been no animal cruelty in it.
Once I had located the right films, we settled down to watch Thrill of the Chase.
Outstandingly photographed.
Oh, I agree. The subject matter isn't really important. It's the cinematography, the storytelling. That's what it's really about. Isn't it?
Not if the judge is the regional director of the RSPCA and your film focuses on the pursuit and ripping apart of a cute little animal.
Apparently not.
I mean, you were sat next to her. Did you have to keep whispering, go on, as the hounds closed in on the poor little creature?
Well, it was outstandingly photographed, wasn't it? And the narrative was very good, you've got to admit.
I was sat next to her. She kept flinching away.
Well, perhaps she's looking at it now in a different light.
Yeah, perhaps she's just thinking about putting it at the top of her list of priorities. And perhaps maybe she's thinking of reporting us to the police.
The look on her face as the final credits rolled. She twitched. Did you have to put on the fox played by himself, R.I.P.?
Usually gets a few laughs.
Not by her, it didn't.
Why didn't Blackburn warn us? They had the film titles.
Well, I tried to throw them off the scent.
How do you mean?
Well, Thrill of the Chase. I told them it was a documentary on courting.
And Talk Parrot Talk?
A film about language development.
Perhaps a communication lesson to be learned.
We always play our cards close to the chest. Oh, so it's my fault, is it?
No, but it might have averted the disaster.
Like if you hadn't voted for both films and then made a stupid film about fox hunting.
A film that you very conveniently forgot that you voted for.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, now, look, don't you
This
start
isn't helping. Right, moving on. So then, Talk Parrot Talk played, billed as a comedy. I think we can safely assume that any humour was lost on the judge.
And raucously laughing at your own film didn't help, did it?
It's funny!
Funny? The judge thought it was a bloody horror film.
Where did they choose someone that doesn't know anything about film?
Exactly. Unless they set us up. They knew our programme and set us up with that judge.
I see.
Moving on to the buffet. Did you have to bring those, Chris?
They were on offer. She was right enjoying them.
Oh yeah, until you told her they were hedgehog flavour. I did my best to recover the situation. Then she made her speech. Normally a short speech on lighting and sound at these functions. But oh no, she went into a 20-minute lecture on animal cruelty. Oh, Blackburn enjoyed that. Salt in the wound.
Humiliated, belittled. This'll get round, you know. We'll be the laughing stock of the county.
So, are we any closer?
To what?
Or to finding out who shopped us, who sold us out.
Someone who voted for both films, who has contacts with Blackburn, who had access to the films and is capable of selling out his own club.
Steve!
Hello, Steve. You took your time.
Yeah, I booked it to an old friend, I couldn't get away.
I bet you did.
We've gone over everything that happened, and we're struggling to understand how Blackburn found out.
Found out what?
Right. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Come on, who are you working for? What? What?
He's got a tape on his mouth.
Oh,
Ah!
right.
What the hell are you doing?
Come on, we know you sold us out. Gave our films to Blackburn, set us up with an animal-loving judge.
What are you talking about?
Come on, confess.
Confess, I will do no. Ah! Ah! I've done nothing wrong. What?
The easy way or the hard way? You fond of silent films, are you?
Yeah, just leave me and Steve to bring all the stuff back there, don't you? What the hell's going on?
We found our mole sold us out to Blackburn.
What? Inside man. Rigged the film selections. Then tipped off Blackburn, who stitched us up with that judge.
Ridiculous.
Oh, you think it's a coincidence, do you?
No, not coincidence.
Then what?
So, the selection line of our films, you've reviewed them, have you?
No.
Of course, it's a documentary on the history of hare coursing. Don't Badger the Farmer, documentary on a farmer's badger cull. The Shoot, following a grouse shoot. Oh, and last but by no means least, A Day in the Life of an Abattoir. A Day in the Life of a...
So you're saying that whatever we'd have chosen wouldn't have made any difference?
Essentially. Well, the abattoir one may have been more sound ethically, but showing it just before supper, well...
What about that animal-loving judge?
Well, they had no choice. Well, a few months back, they got commissioned to make a film about the local RSPCA centre. She offered to be a judge in the next competition, and they felt they couldn't say no.
She offered... Oh. Where does this leave us then?
Perhaps it's time to start making films about people?
I suppose it's worth a try.
Anyone want to second that? Steve, can I put you down for seconding?
I might have if we take the tape off.
Seconding?
No, I'm not bloody seconding.
Right. Any other business?
Well,
Right, I declare this meeting closed. Anybody want to lift home? Steve? Right. Well, cheer up, lads. We'll win the next one.